minutes, and then we'll start marking up the charts. I just wanted to start this up, get it going. Here, I'll throw up a little motivation.
Don't forget to pray.
I'll be right back.
But don't be ashamed to pray. And don't be too proud to pray. Because prayer changes things. Prayer changes things. I don't care how dark it looks for you. I don't care what they done said to you. I don't care what the verdict is. I don't care what the haters say. Prayer changed things. I'm talking to a girl that I grew up on a block, man, that it didn't breed success. A lot of people on our block ain't here no more, man. I grew up in a place, man, that was you had to be something else you come up out of there. Prayer changes things. I was told I would never be nothing. Prayer changes things. I flunked out of school. Prayer changes things. I'm on my third marriage, lost everything I've owned twice. I've been homeless and lived in a car for 3 years. Prayer changes things. The cool thing about prayer is the one thing that's available to everybody at any given time. Do you know that God ain't ever too busy for you? You know that God actually knows who you are? Do you know that God actually created you to converse with him? Do you know that God would actually love to hear from you? Do you know that I like talking to him even when I don't really need nothing? Quit playing with this here. You're not gonna make it without God. If you've tried it so far, tell me how that's working out for you. It sucked, don't it? You need God. Don't you think I got here without him. I've needed him every step of the way. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't even be standing here today. Quit being ashamed about it and worrying about who looking. Go somewhere by yourself today and tell God you need some help. Tell him that you're just tired of trying to figure it out for yourself. You can't be tripping with my walk with him because my path ain't been like yours. This is my version of being saved. All you got to do is get your own version. You ain't got to change. God work with you. God take anybody that want to be saved, and he saved. So just like old people used to say, I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody that can save anybody. Two things, my dream and my faith. Faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. You can never lose faith. That's the key. You have to believe in something that you can't see. You have to believe when you don't see no way how. You have to buckle down and keep believing. God is always coming. Here's the deal. The moment you ask God for something, he boxes it up and he ships it to you. Here's the problem with the package. He never gives you the date that it's going to arrive. It's going to come. He just don't tell you when. If he told you when, it would destroy the relationship that's required to have an abundant life, which is faith. If God told you you were going to be rich in August of 2021, do you know how crazy you would talk to people from now until then? Because you know on August 21, I'm going to be rich. But he don't tell you when the package is going to arrive. So here's the deal. He wants you to stay in faith to receive the package because he only delivers to Faith Street. If you step off over here to I Don't See How Boulevard, he don't ship there. If you get over here to I Don't See How Circle, he does not ship there. He only sends the boxes to Faith Street. So when he sends it and you'd have moved off Faith Street, the package got to go back. It's just like UPS or the post office. If they send you a box and you ain't home, they take it back. That's how it works, man. Let me tell y'all something. Being successful is not a magic trick. You just have to learn the principles of success. I ain't got no degree. I got nothing like that to tell you about. I didn't finish school. I flunked out of school. I'm on my third marriage. Lost everything I owned twice. Been homeless, lived in the car. I am telling you, your education ain't got nothing to do with it. No, man, it's your dreams and visions. A man without a dream or vision shall perish. It's what God puts in your imagination for you to have. Everything God wants you to have, he puts it in your imagination. Albert Einstein said imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions. Everything you imagine is God showing you a preview of a coming attraction he has for you. And he puts it in your imagination so you can see what he got for you. So if you've been imagining that you're going to be rich one day, it's because God wants you to be rich. Now, when you going to ask him for it, and are you going to wait for it to happen? Or are you going to lose faith? How you know what God's will is? It all happens at an appointed time, but you have to stay in faith for the appointed time to happen for you. I've been wanting to be on TV since I was 10 years old. You know how old I was before I got on TV? 38. 28 years after I wrote it on the paper. I won't be on TV. It took me 28 years to get on TV. But it happened at an appointed time. I just never gave up the faith. I kept going because I didn't know how to quit. Because I know if I quit, it cannot happen. If you stay with it, you have no idea what can happen for you. You can't quit because get hard. This dude that lost his legs, he's still funky with it. You can't quit because you got your leg. What you tripping for? You can't quit, man. You got to stay with it. It's somebody having it way harder than you, and they didn't give up. You're tripping, man. Get yourself together. God got a great life for you. I'm telling you, God got a plan for you that's so out of sight, it would trip you out. All you gotta do is ask him for it and wait on it and be willing to work. Faith without works is dead. That's all you got to do. You don't need no education. I flunked out of school. You know how many people I got working for me that got degrees? Everybody I hired got a degree. Because I know I ain't that smart. But I got money for you. Bruh, you got what I don't have. You gonna take that 150 and help me get this billion? I got 154 billion. How God give me this and he won't give it to you? Look at me, I've been up here cussing, I made mistakes. But God don't ask you for your perfection. He asks you for your consistency. There's none perfect, no, not one. I'm gonna give you the two scriptures that changed my entire life. Now, I had heard these scriptures growing up, but it didn't sit with me until I was homeless. The first scripture, you have not because you ask not. Now listen to me. I cannot tell you how important that single scripture is. A lot of the problems I was having, and you may be having just like me, is because what I was asking God for was the wrong stuff. I kept going to him too small. I was praying for stuff that really didn't need that much of a prayer.
All right.
You really think God don't know you need another job? He know all of that. But if you don't ask him for it, he can't.
My number's 34. So, Gone Ticking this weekend, Saturday. Let's do a review, a one-on-one. Free session for you, 1 hour. Didn't have a whole lot of people show up today, so you never know. get into the charts. Yes, sir. Yeah, so Saturday, let's hop on. Whenever you're free, I'll have the whole day free Saturday. So Saturday, let's hop on, or we could even do Friday after New York if that's better for you. And let's do a one-on-one. Let's try to. Can you hear me? Is it not good? I got a new headset, so hang on. Maybe I'm on the wrong. Maybe I'm on the wrong microphone. Okay. How about now? Is this better? I was on the wrong microphone. Oh, that should be better, right? It's better now? Same? Dude, I literally bought a new headset to try to get my mic better. One moment. Okay, I see. Alright, I'll just put on the other headset. Is it better with this? Like blah blah blah? Yeah, okay. So I have to figure out why it's not working with the new one. Yeah. After I go to the dentist, we can hop on a call and we'll get it fixed. All right, let me clear up all my charts. Bum. Let's start on the high time frame. So I'm just gonna mark up the charts today. This account's waiting on a payout. My Onyx accounts are pretty much maxed. I don't really want to take a trade on them again. I'm just gonna wait. Bum. Come on, connect me. Yeah, the funded's up. $300 today. Took a loss, had to cover it, so I paid a little bit in commissions. And then this one's up about the same. This is my streamer account. I fucking blew it up, but it doesn't matter. It's just to stream with them. I literally full ported it. And I was like, this account's pointless. Alright, let's hop into gold here. Come back. Let's look at it on the 4 hour. Alright, we're in a debatably bearish market right now, depending on how you want to look at it. We made a lower low. If we don't make a higher here, then it's bearish. Alright, if we don't break this, it's going to be bearish. But that's fine. We can still look around. So I'm coming up here to the high. I'm going to look for an order block, right? I don't see anything here. I'm going to come on down. Looking around. Don't see anything here. This one's been filled. I'm going to come on down. Not seeing a whole lot here. This is debatably an area, but it's been filled, so I'm going to come over here. Okay, here's our first one on the 4 hour right here. So we've got this order block here. Oh, man. Sorry. I tried to mute my mic, but I didn't get there in time. Alright, so we're going to do a bullish 4 hour order block. And then here's our fair value gap right here. So I'm going to mark it up. Alright, I'm going to keep looking. Don't see anything else here. So I'm going to drop down to the 1 hour and I'm going to do the same thing all over again. Alright, so we're going to come back over here to the high. All right, here we go. Got a 1 hour bearish order block. This is where I'd be looking for my short at. A very highly profitable short. Here's going to be our fair value gap. And you guys should be marking this up with me right now, right? Especially if you're struggling, because this is, I'm not taking any trades. Like I said, I'm maxed on everything right now, pretty much. I'm happy with my profit everywhere. Okay, from here I'm gonna start looking down again. We've got another one here. Save this, so I don't have to change it every single time. Here's our fair value gap. Alright, I'm going to just keep working my way down from left to right here, from the high. We have one right here. It's been filled already, so I'm going to take it off. Doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm going to look down. Just following the candles, right? This here has been filled here, so I'm not worried about this one anymore. I'm going to keep going over, right? I know that anything here is going to be filled to the upside, so I'm only going to be looking for bullish right here. And this is how I just mark up my charts every morning before I start taking trades. This is usually what I do before the session starts, right? Make sure this isn't playing still. Just looking. And if you're struggling with finding them, then this is the best way to do it, right? Just literally just follow along with your mouse. And then you can't miss anything, right? Like, I don't expect anything to be here, but also I can't miss it if I'm sitting here doing it correctly, right? Taking my time, being patient with it. Okay. You've got a little bitty one here, but it's inside of this fair value gap already, so I'm not going to mark it up. I'd rather have the high time frame one. Alright, from here I don't see anything else, so I'm going to drop down to the 30-minute. Right, and I'm going to focus from here, and then I'm going to also come over here and see is there anything past this high here that I'm missing. No. No. So I'm good over here. I know that these are my high time frame order blocks and gaps. So I can come back over here now. I can start looking around, right? And this is what gives me and Tyler the flexibility of being able to trade, right, on high win rates, right? Because I know that if I'm not touching this area, if I don't come and touch this area, if we don't touch up into here, right, as of right now, I'm not really looking for any trades. All right, we're kind of in this no man's land right here. So I'm just going to keep looking around. One, two, nine, 3, 1. This is only a point, so I'm not going to count it. I like to have a couple points on my gaps. Okay, I don't see anything else here, so I'm going to go down to the 15-minute. We got one right here. Alright, so for if I was going to take a trade off of this, I'd be looking for like a halfway of this order block here on the 15, and then my stop would go on the other side. So what is that? 250, and then you see this wick right here. My stop would go below that wick, right? So I'd have it about a point below this wick. So that puts it at about 3 to 3.5 point risk right here on this trade, with a very large potential to the upside. Okay, I'm going to keep looking around. Do I see anything here? No. Do I see anything here? Nope. Is there anything right here? Nope. Been touched. Okay. So this is probably where I would stop with gold, right? Especially coming into this. We could look on a 5-minute, and you could pair my initial balance strategy, right, into one of these order blocks if you don't want to wait. So that's something I've been doing recently, right? If we get a close out to the bottom, I'd be looking for it to come down, because you do have a little bit of an FPR right here, right? We've got the accumulation, the manipulation, right? We come down below these equal lows, we come back up into it, and this is whenever you could take it short right up here whenever we tap into this high. All right, this would have been a good short if you understand the price. Let me pull up a picture real quick so I can show you what I mean. Drop it in chat. All right, so right here, equal lows, right? Push for a high. We got our manipulation. Now, if it's going to come and break this high, then you know we're going to start our distribution. All right, and this is on a 5-minute, so it might not be the best. All right, I usually like to do this on a higher time frame, but you can see it pretty clearly here. Okay. I don't see too much else here on the 5. Drop it down to a 3 and see what price is doing on a lower time frame. With this price action, what I'm expecting is for price to stop about here, right? Yep, tapped into that balance. The balance of the manipulation, right? And now I would expect price to come up from here, push into a new high. How high is this new high? I'm not sure, right? Could go all the way up since we have this large gap now. Let me come back up to like a 30-minute. It could come up and retest this high. And if it breaks this high, then we're going to push into this right here. Oh, but we might get the close outside on the 5-minute. Oh, still has 4 minutes though. So don't get
lost in the sauce. As far as anything else, I don't see a whole lot more. We could check this. Okay, here's a larger balance area that we're tapping into. So we could see a rejection here up to the upside, right? We just swept out these lows. The only thing is, whenever we have this come back into here, this is trapping buyers right here, right? This is making buyers think it's coming up, so the buyers are trapped. So this gives me a confluence for a bearish. So I'm pretty even right here on my bearish to bullish confluences, right? Um, because of that and the way that this is pushing down right here, it doesn't really give me a whole lot of room off of this initial balance to target this, right? Because if it closes anywhere in here, you're talking like 40 down to 31, but you're also talking 40 up to 53. So it's a 1-to-1. That trade isn't exactly probable for me to play out over a long period of time, right? Um, you have to remember to look at trades over the set of a month, right? Over like 20 trading days. So is realistically in the next 20 trading days, I will definitely have better opportunities than like a 1-to-1 trade. So because of that, I wouldn't really be looking to short here. I'd be looking, like I said, to take the long off of this. Much better risk to reward, 3.5 points. You could target this high, 25. That's a 1-to-8 trade, right? This is a much more risk to reward value trade than it is to look for a short here into this fair value gap. Other than that, I don't see a whole lot, so I will zoom out. Come here. These are my larger time frame areas, right? So we have this one up here on the 1 hour, this one here on the 1 hour. We've got this one here on the 4 hour. And then I think I had some on the 30 minute right here. Yep, we've got this one on the 30 minute. This would be a good play right here. If we break through this, we're going to probably come down to here. And then we got this one on the 15 minute. So each of these is going to, like, this is much less of a reaction that I'm expecting here than I would out of this 4 hour zone. So you have to keep that in mind too, right? The higher the time frame, the more probable your trade's going to be. So this is when patience pays, right? Now, I don't think this would be a bad trade, but I can guarantee that if you're patient and you wait for either this order block to get tapped into or this 1 hour up here to get tapped into, that you have a very more likely chance of the rejection that you're looking for, 20, 30 points versus this one might give 10 points back up to the top, 20 points. And that's pretty much all I see right here on gold for today. Like I said, this is all recorded. I'll post it in just a minute on YouTube so you guys can review it. Let's go to NQ. Do the same thing here. Take a look at it. This is very bullish to me. And we never closed below this low. We wicked below it, but we didn't close below it. Okay, so we'll just start here. We'll start working our way up. Nothing here on the high time frame. Nothing here. Here we go. And like I said, I'm already done trading for the day. I won't even take a trade until Tokyo tonight. All my accounts are maxed, so I'm still waiting on them to process my payout. They haven't taken the money out yet. I don't know what the fuck their deal is, but they need to change their policy. They sit here and preach, oh, best payout policy in the industry, multiple same day payouts, blah, blah, blah. Well, brother, it's been over 24 hours and you haven't even taken the money out of my account, so you might want to change your your payout policy. That's just my little rant with them. Yeah, they've been so slow, dude, and I messaged them. They're just on some bullshit. Woe is me as people. Like, brother, if you don't have the fucking people to do it, I'll post it. Oh, not that one. This is my cooking one. This is where I come and get all my cooking stuff at. I don't think so. Teenager from Mars. I haven't heard of a company doing that. That would be sick though. Like waive the damn fee. Waive the 20%. I swear they used to be first like 5 or 10K was 100% yours and then there was a split, but maybe I'm wrong about that. But whenever I went to withdraw, I was like, what the fuck? Why is there a split? A split on sim funds. Come on, you guys. Hose. Alright, so here we go. We've tapped into this, right? Here's one on the upside. So NQ's looking pretty juicy here. This would have been a really good short off the top here. 771. It's 579. I think this is a short Tyler caught this morning. Or no, that would have had to been last night. Alright, that's all I see here. So we're going to drop down to the 1 hour, just like we do on the other one. I'm going to start looking around. So this right here gets a little tricky. Because you got this bullish on the bottom of this fair value gap, but you also have a fair value gap within a fair value gap. Alright, so this is 2 right here. Nice, dude. Fuck yeah. Oh, shit. Well, they must be on top of it because I doubt they want to give out a 1K bonus. Okay, so looking at this, now that we're at the halfway of this bullish, this could be a decent buy, right? But we've already filled this, so I can take this order block off, right? Which means I can take this fair value gap attached to it off. And now it gives me a bit of a clearer picture here of what's going on. So if we come and we fill down to here, I would know that like this is a good place to take my long at. I wouldn't necessarily say take it here because remember we're on this high time frame, this 1 hour, and NQ's been moving like a motherfucker, like crazy. I mean, look at these moves all night long. Like every candle is 272, 352. I mean, almost every candle is 100 points on the 1 hour, right? So, I mean, look at this one, 116 down to 904, another 100 points. Did I do the math right here? 353, 27, yeah. Why does it look so much bigger here? Oh, this is 200 points, that's why. Alright. You have another one here. Right on top of this. Yeah, yes and no. I mean, like I said, we're tapping into this gap right here, right? So this wouldn't have been a bad entry right here. 1 or 2 micros. Is today a bank holiday? Oh, it's Veterans Day. Today is a bank holiday. Good looking out, brother. Yeah, so with that being said, the market it's going to be a bit unpredictable. Now we are in a bullish sentiment here, right? Remember, we come out here on the 4 hour. We're very bullish, right? We have a 4 hour, a 1 hour, a 1 hour, and then we have a 1 hour and a 4 hour. We failed to close below this higher low, right? We technically made a slightly higher one. And now if we push up past this, then we're going to be guaranteed bullish here. Drop back down to like a 30-minute and see what's happening here. So this 1 hour and this 30-minute basically line up exactly. So this is like a double stack, but I'm going to keep the 1 hour because it's a higher time frame. You have a 30-minute inside of this, so that gives me an idea that this is going to be a prominent zone right here, right? Like the bottom of this is the middle of this fair value gap, the top of this order block. Whenever they're stacked up like this, you usually get a very strong reaction, especially with the fact that this order block on the 30-minute is basically the same as this one on the 1 hour, right? So around here to here is where I would be looking really for a buy. You could take it on the halfway of this, which is also the bottom of this fair value gap. Let me mark this. But realistically, you just got to be patient, play the right time zones or the right time frame, and just know that this right here is no man's land, right? Like we're not worried about nothing here. We've already missed our entry here, right? 582 up to 626, so we're not going to chase that. We would be looking for it to come back down, because this would have been a trade where you already can get out with all the money you need for a day right here, right? So we're not going to enter up here. We'd be looking to enter down here. Make it a little bit more clear for you guys. Right, something like this down here. To the upside. Not really seeing anything else, so I think that's pretty much going to be it on NQ. We could drop down to a 15, but then you start to be able to be lost in the sauce when you start getting a little low like this. I'm not really seeing anything else here. This has been filled, so I'm not worried about it, right? I'm looking from like here over to the right. Drop it down to a 5. Not really seeing anything here. I mean, you could say this, but it's been filled, right? So I'm not worried about it. You could say this, but it's been filled, right? So I'm not really worried about it. We come up here. this has been touched into already, so I wouldn't really be worried about it too much. You might get a rejection here, but it's a smaller time frame, so if we're pushing up into this, then I'd expect it to come back down to, here or here, and then continue up. And then we can look at like a 3. See if there's anything sneaky hiding out. Same thing here. This one's been tapped into. If you were looking along, this would have been the one to go with. Alright, we touched this order block and then we came up. Just want to make sure I had that right. And you can see right here, this is why I say like the gaps are cool, but I really like the touch of the order block on NASDAQ. On gold you really want it to fill it all the way, but NASDAQ usually is just a tap, and it'll give it the reaction, right? So right here we had the tap, 584 up to 645. That's 60 points. That's all you need in a day. Promise you that. Let's come to the 1 minute. I don't really like to trade on the 1 minute, but we'll see if there's any noise here that stands out to me. Where did we just go to here? Let's check this over to the left. Oh, we made an equal high. Nothing's really standing out to me yet, but this is why I don't really like to trade it on the smaller time frame, because you see these massive moves, right? Looks like volume's starting to pick up a little bit here, but I think I would stay here on the 15 minute or higher for today, just with the way everything's moving. Trade 1-2 micros, make plenty of money. Because on the 1 minute, all that movement, it's really just noise, right? You can trade price structure, price action on the 1 minute, but it's just not the best, because realistically what just happened, this candle right here got balanced out on a higher time frame on the 15 minute, right? And so now it looks like it's going to continue up. That's all that's happening, right? So whenever we're looking, right, like at this right here, you're not seeing any order blocks. Well, the exact same thing that's happening right here is what happened over here on these candles, right? They balanced each other out while they're trending up, right? So I'm not 100% right. I can't guarantee anything in the market except for my risk. The only thing I can guarantee is how much money I'll lose if I take a loss. But just looking at this price action, it looks like we're going to come back up. Right here, you've got the big manipulation, right? So this is the fair price manipulation. You've got an expansion, right, into fair price. So this is when price starts to move sideways. Then you get a deviation, right? Here's your deviation wick. Let me put it on a 30 minute. You probably see it a little bit better. Yep. Here's the deviation. And then we know that once price comes back up into this range and closes in this range, then we can take it long. Right? Exactly like this photo right here. Let me try to... Motherfucker. Bruh, let me click on the fucking chat. Alright, so you see right here, we've got the accumulation. We come up into it. When we come down, right, we come past our equal lows. As you see right here, the equal lows. So then we have this manipulation right here. right? This traps sellers into this, right? They think we're breaking low. Sellers have been trapped. Here's the liquidity grab. Now, once we come back into this accumulation, which is here, right? We came back into the accumulation. All the sellers have been stopped out of the market. Now we're free to run with their liquidity up. And we ran from 645. That's 100 points right there. I'm not really seeing it anywhere else on here. Oh, right here. Same here, right? We have our accumulation, our manipulation, and then our distribution of price. So when you see these big giant moves, this is whenever you see the retracement. You want to get into it whenever we get back into this accumulation. You could go long right here, right? This was a Friday though, so you probably would have had to wait for market to open to make sure. Market opens, we close within this accumulation right here, this zone here. Right here is our accumulation, and then we know we can go higher here. So that's how I look at the market structure on these two. Typically I'm looking for these order blocks to be my entry criteria, but when I do see these big movements like this, then I know, oh, okay, I see it, you know, I can, oh, that's how you stay from getting trapped as a seller right here, trapped as a buyer, wherever it is. Pop this back up. Does anybody have any questions? I'm gonna end it here. I gotta leave in 20 minutes to go to the dentist, so I gotta go take a shower and everything still. Uh, and like I said, I'm gonna upload this on the YouTube, so oh, it's right here. Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. I just want to be able to go over, where you're at with marking up the charts. So maybe we'll get on there. I'll let you mark up the charts for the week. We'll review some of your trades, and we'll see what we can do to help you get a better understanding of everything. But yep, these are my zones right here. I'd be looking to take a long, off the tap of this bullish order block, and then a short off of this bearish order block up here. This one right here doesn't really entice me too much, right? Because we're kind of in the middle of this chop, right? Technically, this is the next accumulation. So I would just be looking to wait. That's all you got to do. Just be patient. And the money's going to come to you. But if you sit here and try to force money out the market, right? Okay, look, right here. Since I've been talking, we tap into the order block, right? And this fair value gap. This was your 50%, 129, 139. There would have been 10 points right there for you. Exactly like I was saying. If I was going to take this 5-minute short right here, I would be targeting this fair value gap, and then I would take it long. This is how I've been using my initial 10-minute. Instead of targeting like balance or anything somewhere in the market, I've been targeting these fair value gaps. So that's that. That could have been what, 3.8, 2.9, so 10 points there and 10 points back. So that's 20 points right there. Live action, baby. Anybody got any questions? If not, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna post it on the YouTube, so it'll be there probably in an hour or so. If you guys need to review it, mark up your charts and everything, you can pause it and copy everything you need to. I know sometimes I get going a little fast. I was trying to move a little slow today, so I will catch you guys this evening. I'll be on the Funded Futures Network. Pretty sure. Let me make sure I'm still on the schedule. Yep. Yep. So I'll see you guys this evening on the Funded Futures Network stream. Oh, I accidentally closed my Discord. All right, y'all have a great day. If you need anything, my DMs are open. I'm off the charts till tonight, so I'll take a look at whatever, but I'm done trading for the day. And I'll see you guys later. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna get it posted right now. So if anyone needs to review it, just check the YouTube that I have linked right there. In like 30, 45 minutes, it should be uploaded. Later, guys.
Don't forget